you caught the 1 minute 34 broadcast earlier, and I do apologize. I've deleted it from both BeLive and YouTube for the simple reason that I was not quite in panic mode, but it was an interesting experience, and one I don't want to go through again technically. I normally prepare about 20 minutes before the show, so that everything's catered for. Every problem can be sorted, so I can press the button on the hour and go live. Today, it wasn't quite as easy as that. So let me tell you a story. When I switched on my portable, my Microsoft Surface Book 2, it looked good. And then I switched on my monitor, and my monitor was in tablet mode. And no matter what I tried, I did try before going live, and I thought, go on, I'll try this. I'll actually go live being sideways on camera on the screen. And I've got to tell you, do not go live when your equipment is not working, because the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get frustrated and your frustration will show. So hello, everybody's watching live, and thank you. This is my weekly Q&A. I've now got the monitor restored. It's looking as good as it ever has. And I've reworked my camera, and hopefully the rest of this broadcast will go fine. And this is the thing. I mean, I'm sort of half an hour late with this broadcast, but if you fall off a bicycle, then what you need to do is get back on it as soon as you can. And the same is true of live broadcasting. If you've got any problems with a live broadcast, then pull the plug on it, delete it, act as if it never happened, tell the story, and I'll tell this story, I've no doubt, several times in the coming weeks. But these things are sent to try, as live video is an adventure, and most of the time it goes perfectly. But when it doesn't go perfectly, then you've got to sort of sit back, unplug every single wire that you can, and then put it all back together again and get it working. The only thing is, at the moment, my camera is not in the best position. So I'm going to take a look at that when this broadcast ends. Okay, I'm in the middle of writing a blog post for BeLive again, and this one is about premieres, about YouTube and Facebook premieres, what the benefits are, how to do it, and then a conclusion as to why I use premieres and why they are such a good thing. If you are watching live, please do comment. It helps drive the show forward. I'm quite prepared to blab for Britain for the next 20 minutes or so. I don't have a formal agenda. Everything that I had has sort of disappeared, but I can talk about anything in relation to oh, that's last week's Blogging for Britain agenda. I could talk about anything in relation to live video, and if you've got questions about live video, then please do ask. I'm going to bring up a video on screen. I'm not sure that might cure things. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me, can you say, yes, I can hear you, Stephen? And well, that won't work, will it? Because if you can't hear me, then how will you know what I'm saying unless you can actually lip read? But if you are watching now, then please say hello. If you are watching now, then I invite you to join a new network which officially launches in January. We're actually setting things up now. It's called Building Our Community, and it is a new network which you're all invited to join to actually meet other people and start projects. And I'm going to play this and then take Sylvan's comment.
Across the water,
Okay, let's get the gremlins out of the way. The new network is to supplement your activities on Facebook, not to replace them. But it is a private network. And thank you for Silburn says you can hear me clearly, and he's saying good evening. Thank you. And over to Paul, and Paul is saying can hear you loud and clear. Brilliant. Okay, all good. So Building Our Community is a private network. It's not Facebook. It's not anything else. It's my network with friends. And as you're watching now, you are indeed a friend. And I'll message you afterwards with an invitation to join the network. You're free to do so. The network is free to use. There is no advertising whatsoever, but you can create your own private group. And it's private in the sense that only you can control it. I don't control anything. And you can invite friends to actually join in there. And we've got a group in there called Sing, who hail from Stoke-on-Trent, and it's run by Stephen Silk. And Stephen just decided to go for it and invite friends to actually join in. So there's a local networking group in Stoke called Sing, and they're actually on Building Our Community. And over to BeLive in 5. And you are back and never too far away. There you are, Building Our Community. That's the slogan. Yeah, I had an adventure earlier. The laptop was fine, but the monitor, which is a beautiful monitor, by the way, was actually showing in tablet mode. So that on the screen I was sideways, and it's very difficult to actually broadcast when you can't see yourself properly. If you ever tried broadcasting the wrong way around on your phone, then you know what I'm talking about. What you actually need is to be able to see yourself center screen and to look at the camera. I've moved the camera slightly, so it might work out better now. So yeah, so there's a blog coming out later this week on BeLive, and it's all about premieres, and I do premieres on a regular basis. And confirmation that BeLive in 5 is Peter today. Thank you, Peter. And premieres a great way of actually building an audience on both YouTube and Facebook. They work slightly differently, and that's outlined in the blog post. And I'm 2/3 of the way through. I've got 3 videos, training videos in there, and I've done 2 of them so far today. I've got a 3rd one to do later, which is all about creating a premiere on YouTube. So you'll know by the end of it how to download and edit your BeLive video without leaving BeLive. You'll know how to set up a Facebook premiere, and you'll know how to set up a YouTube premiere, and then you get an overview of why you should be doing that occasionally. Not to go live as a to put a recorded video on Facebook or YouTube every day, but occasionally to actually mix things up, because with a recorded video, you do have the opportunity to edit it and take out all the mistakes that happen, and to polish up and put titles on and add graphics at the front and the end. One of the things that is useful now that we have the BeLive video editor, when I normally start a broadcast, I start it with a countdown clock, and that's to give everyone a chance to take their seats, me included. When you then repurpose that video on YouTube, there's no need for the countdown clock. So using the Facebook video editor, you can actually trim the beginning of the video so that the video that goes over to YouTube doesn't have a countdown clock on it. I often find if I'm watching a video and it's got a countdown clock, then sometimes I'll sit and wait, but most times I'm likely to move on to the next thing. So removing countdown clocks can be a good way, unless of course, Silburn, you're actually using one of my countdown clocks. There's always an exception that actually makes the rule. Now, one of the things we like to do is to play music in our videos, and over on, again, on the BeLive video channel, is there a YouTube link? Quite possibly, Peter. But if you go onto YouTube and you search for me, I'll just put my name up so you've got it spelled correctly. If you search for Stephen Healy on YouTube, you will find me. I've got quite a few videos there. And back to Silburn. And Silborn is saying, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I might start making some more in possibly either in December or in the new year or over the Christmas period, depending on what we're allowed to do at Christmas. We're in the UK, we're still on lockdown. We're on lockdown until the 2nd of December. But on the 5th of December, we're looking to visit Poole with Angelica and her son and his partner and a daughter and her partner. And we want to go to Poole. Now, we can only do that if we end up in tier 1 of the new lockdowns that start on December 3rd. So we'll know on Thursday what's going to happen. And over to the real Peter Stewart. And the real Peter Stewart has found me on YouTube. Good. Okay. What's the quality of the video like, Peter? And this is the beauty of BeLive. We can see comments from Facebook and YouTube in chronological order. And very soon, Danny's going to be joined by LinkedIn. So if you haven't put your application into LinkedIn, now would be a good time to do it, because you may well be able to TriCast. There is a product called TriCaster, isn't there? TriCast, Bicast, Dualcast, Simulcast. We'll settle for Simulcast to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, although they are different audiences. But given the right topic, if you're talking about something that's of interest to business people, then you could actually go live on LinkedIn as well. At the moment, my LinkedIn contribution is to upload some of the recordings that I do during the week on BeLive. That's a way of actually just keeping your eye in. I've applied for the 3rd time to go live on LinkedIn. I'm still waiting to hear. Hopefully they will come back and say yes, in which case I will broadcast on LinkedIn too. Choices. So the new year, if we've got LinkedIn as well, promises to be broadcasting wise, promises to be very good. LinkedIn will be a challenge because you're going again from zero and attracting a new audience. The people who read your blogs are not necessarily the audience who will actually come and watch your. Very good. Thank you, Peter. Going out at 1080p. Let me just check that. Oh, just a minute. Click that button. Hope I don't break anything here. All right. Okay. Now, I'm not going out in full HD at the moment. So your comment is equally, well, it's welcome because this is 720p. So if the quality is good, then it'll be even better tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day off, as it were, and I'll be live with Marco and Harper on Restream.io, and we've been taking that for a test drive every week since May, and we've seen it come along quite nicely. It's got a lot of features that other systems don't have, the best of which, of course, is that they have 2 million users who have been using the Restream facilities of streaming up to 30 channels at the same time. And now they've got their own studio. It has to be said. Yes, I've got. Peter's having a look around my YouTube channel and noticed that I've got 534 subscribers. Yeah, I'm basically people who enjoy the videos are actually subscribing, and that number is increasing every week. I mean, to be monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers. So 534 is over halfway there. And then in addition to that, you need 4,000 watch hours. That's the challenge. 4,000 watch hours. Because the typical video, if we go with a video on Facebook at the moment, a good video will be watched for 300 minutes, which is 5 hours. Now, if you look at 4,000 hours and 5 hours, it means you've got to do 800 videos on YouTube, each attracting 5 hours each of viewer time. Now, the thing is that that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. What you've got to do is try and hit a topic, a newsworthy topic. When I did the videos about the Facebook changes, then I got a good audience and quite a few subscribers just from one video. What you're looking for, of course, is the video that it's home with people. And if you're over on YouTube and you go live on YouTube and you get the SEO right and you get the title right and you give enough of a description, then you can get quite a few watch hours. But 4,000 is a high target. If you're a gamer and you're gaming, I mean, everything's set up for gamers. If you're a live broadcaster and you go live 1, possibly 2 hours a day, that's max. If you're a gamer, however, if you're a gamer on YouTube or Twitch, then you will go live, well, for longer. So, yeah, so the longer you go live, the more watch hours you get. I mean, gamers will go live from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. and think nothing of it. Whereas we broadcasters only broadcast for a couple of hours a day. So yes, I want that on the screen again, Peter. I'll get a screenshot with me looking over the top. Yeah, I need to be a bit higher up in the video, I think, with this setup. This was done at a rush. I did want to, as I said, it's like falling off a bicycle. The thing you want to do is to get back on that bike as soon as possible, hence going live again. And I thank everybody who's joined me at the moment. The thing is that with going live, you've got to go live on time. You've got to go live prepared. And today was just one of those days. One of those days. We all get them from time to time. You just got to roll up your sleeves and say, right, next time's going to be perfect. Won't be, but it might be closer than the current time. The thing is not to worry about it. Don't fuss about it. There's always tomorrow's broadcast to look forward to. There's always Blubbing for Britain on Thursday. There's always Inspired Bone Video on Thursday. So lots of things that we can look forward to. And I'm looking forward to broadcasting tomorrow and on Friday. I just wanted to get back in the driving seat and go live. So if you're catching this, thank you. I'm going to stop for now because it was just really just to make sure that everything's still working. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.